and welcome to the Super Business Women Show here on Intellectual Radio. It's your girl, CEO Lexi, with All Things Couture. And I am joined here with my wonderful co-host.
Hey, great big world out there. How you doing? This is Shavonna, your financial femme. How are you on Saturday, CEO Lexi?
You know, I am phenomenal. Happy Saturday. We still celebrating Women's History Month.
Yeah, I see. I'm feeling the shades. I'm feeling the hair. Like you just really doing it, springing it up. Like you.
Spring has sprung. I didn't know if you got the memo or not, winter lady.
I didn't. It still hasn't resonated. I haven't accepted it.
Yeah, the grills are in the air. You don't smell the barbecue.
But when you come from where I come from, you grill rain, hail, sleet, or snow.
Okay. All right. Well, there's that.
Yes, just like you have people talk about food. They only eat certain foods on holidays. No, we didn't grow up like that.
You know, I was thinking about that because I was like, I wonder if I could get some more dressing out of Shavonna before the holidays.
Oh, girl, I cook dressing all the time. Greens.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what I grew up on.
Duly noted.
That's what I cook food. We couldn't go to the restaurant like that.
Yeah, y'all hear that? Everyone, all our listeners is the witness.
They do it too, believe it or not. My friends and family do. Hey,
but see, it's a different because I need it vegan style. So
yours was vegan style.
So, no, I mean, but you saying everybody else, and everybody else puts a little smoked turkey in their greens.
When I do it, I have to
in there. I need it all green.
I know when I do it, I have to do it both ways. I have a brother that's vegetarian.
I appreciate your brother.
Yes. So when I'm mindful when I'm cooking stuff because he likes to taste the flavor, and I'm like, well, can I just put a piece of meat? No meat at all. It's okay. It's fine.
Keep the meat in another room.
No.
Oh, okay. It's worth a try. So we do have some great guests coming up later on in the show. We have Lakina Young joining us from LTZ Healing Hands.
Yes.
And Monique Smith joining us from the Bead Bar Chicago. So I've done no research on either of these guests, guys. It's all gonna be new to me, like it is for our listeners. So but I like that too because I feel like it's more organic,
right? And you get the anticipation isn't so high.
Yeah,
because you're coming in not knowing, and then when you hear something, it's like, oh, really? Then that's when questions start to form and come about. So I like the unknowing more than anything.
And shout out to everyone that's tuned in on our live.
Yes,
if you want to watch us live, also you can go over there to YouTube and search Intellectual Radio and click that live tab, and you can watch us on YouTube, or you can tune in on IntellectualRadio.com, of course. Before I get into my segment, I do want to shout out some events.
You know, I love events. Come on.
Spotlight. And these ones are really great too. So we have We Gonna Do It for Ethan birthday bowling celebration on Sunday, April 6th from 4 to 7 p.m. That is at Linwood Bowl, which is located at 2581 Glenwood Lansing Road. We had Shartia Love Jones here before. She's actually going to be hosting this event, and so much love to her. I definitely appreciate her. This event is actually a fundraiser, and we're also looking for businesses and brands that would, if they're looking to donate or would like to donate any products or services for the raffle and auction, give Yetta a call at 773-960-4638. Again, that is 773-960-4638. If you are a business or brand and you'd like to donate any of your products or services to the raffle and auction, I am going to be entering some items in for my couture custom glasses
that are so pretty.
Drinkware, not the eyewear. I got the eyewear too, but I got to be specific.
Them glass, I refuse to put anything in that glass.
You silly girl, you better put you a drink in there.
I just refuse to.
Just don't put it in the dishwasher. You're good.
I am the dishwasher.
Oh, well, there it is. If you are unable to attend this event, there is a donation link for the fundraiser. It's all over my page. I will be sharing it and sharing it and sharing it. All proceeds to this event are going to the Ethan K. McCall Driver's Education Scholarship Fund at Crete-Monee High School. So again, come on out Sunday, April 6th from 4 to 7 p.m. at Linwood Bowl, 2581 Glenwood Lansing Road.
And that's a nice bowling alley.
Is it? I haven't been.
Yes, it's real nice.
So I will be there, and I'm going to be excited about that because I bowl after a couple times I get good. In a couple Long Islands, I think I'm really good.
Girl,
I'm
look,
probably not, but I
they
believe in
they they
myself,
won't
and
put
that's
the
what's
bumpers
important.
up for me.
You put the bumpers up in the little thing that go in the middle,
They won't
the
put
little
it up for me.
dinosaur
Yes,
thing.
that you put the bowling
Oh,
ball out, so I just throw it down. Yeah.
oh, you're dangerous. See, that's why she probably banned. They got a picture up there. Hopefully, Shavonna can make it out. Our next event also is going to be Friday, April 11th, 9 p.m. Be in the building for Shy Bliss, the crown holders, Aries versus everybody birthday bash. That's a tongue twister, Blizz. Aries versus Everybody Birthday Bash. 1518 East 63rd in Chicago. There's a $20 donation at the door. He's got sections available that do include a table, bottle, and 4 entries, and that's for 200. So get in contact with Shy Bliss, the crown holder. Come on out and celebrate his birthday, and hurry up and get Aries season on about the way because Gemini season's coming up. So we gotta keep it moving. My last event is Saturday, April 19th. And I'm doing that purposely because he always talk about Aries. Sometimes he usually has been nice to Geminis. He used to be harsher on Geminis, but everybody be giving us a hard time. I don't know why.
You maybe because they don't know how to roll with the several personalities. That's what it is. But
I'm not gonna come for cancers.
I know I could roll with them because I got about 12 myself.
I Saturday, April 19th, 4 to 10 p.m. Saturday, April 19th from 4 to 10 p.m. The Kaya Moore Foundation presents the Daddy Daughter Sneaker Ball fundraiser. This is at Casey's Banquet Hall, which is located at 17800 Lorenz Avenue in Lansing. This again is hosted by Shartia Love Jones. Shout out to Miss Love Jones. They're looking for sponsors. If you're interested in sponsorship, call 708 265 1792. Again, 708 265 1792, or visit kayamorefoundation.org for more information and for tickets. And I'll actually have that information on my page as well. It's going to be in my stories in rotation. I tend to post these events on my stories more than anything and keep them in rotation until they arrive. Also, don't forget every Monday there is a grocery giveaway at the Orchestration Institute, 4757 West Lake Street in Chicago. That is presented by the Hojo Family Assistance Program, Divinely Orchestrated, and the Orchestration Institute. So that will be that on my events. And if you got an event you want me to shout out, send it on over. Send it on through.
I don't
That's
have
all you
any
gotta do.
upcoming events, but my deadlines.
Oh Lord, we don't look. We gonna wait for your segment. You got a guest today, so we ain't got to hear about no deadlines.
You should be proud. I have been booking guests just so I don't have to talk to you about the IRS.
I feel like that's healing for you. That's good. You could take a little mental break from it, just a little bit, not too much.
With it every day.
Well, right now I'm saying with your interviews with your guests, it takes your mind off it. So your guest today, with the healing hands, she gonna heal you. She's gonna heal you. We're gonna be healed
what about
from
both
the
of us?
woes of the deadlines and the IRS.
It doesn't bother me. I like it.
Okay, well, you know what? You do got multiple personalities. I'm not dealing with your nonsense today. And so my segment, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into my segment. So I want to talk about music. Shout out to my live. Hey y'all. Hey Tia Songbird. She's talking about cancers. I'm not even gonna read it because
right,
I know
Tia Songbird. Tell her get up off cancers.
She's gonna talk about. She's the supporter, the advocate,
as she should be.
You got. Hey, I'm with it. That's y'all sign. Enjoy. Water signs.
Yes.
So I do want to talk about feel good music because what I'm actually going to be talking about is frequencies, and then I have this conversation with a lot of producers and independent artists in regards to frequencies. I actually had a conversation with an artist I'm not going to name recently because their project is under wraps, and I'm not going to put their business in the streets until they give me the green light. Y'all heard that? Those bars. Anywho, feel good music. So you know how you have like a specific go-to song for like cleaning, working out, entertaining, meditating.
All of the above.
People have sleep sounds that they want to hear. So there's a purpose behind all of that. And then there's also the music that's like an immediate no. Like it turns on and you're like, nope, and turn it off. right? There's also like elevator music, and elevator music has a purpose. So, you get in the elevator and you hear that, or you go to the grocery store, or offices, hospitals, they're actually tuned to reduce stress and anxiety and have a calming effect and promote patience.
Not with that elevator music.
You don't like the elevator
I
music?
don't.
Oh, well, you need something different in there then.
Right.
Well, it's supposed to do that. It doesn't work
No.
on
Have you
everybody,
ever
okay?
been on hold and you just keep hearing that
I didn't say
noise?
hold music. I see hold music can vary,
But
but I think they
yeah,
tend to try to use those sounds that are more calming and promote.
I haven't heard those sounds yet. I think they should give an option. Like if you want to listen to jazz, press 1. If you want to listen to hip hop, press 2. Like it should be an option to what you
She
want to
trying to be
listen
on the
to.
phone even longer. Well, you probably have some long whole time. So you know what? They might need to make an exception for you, Shavana.
Right. Like just give me the option cuz prime example, if you're calling the federal or the state entity, the long time is whole. Who wants to
Yeah.
hear that music? Give me an option.
So, yeah, my segment is actually going to be about frequency and brain wave entrainment. So, music's impact on the brain is closely tied to frequency and brain wave entrainment. So, brain wave entrainment occurs when the brain's natural electrical impulses synchronize with external rhythmic stimuli. I messed that up, y'all. Such as music and sound frequencies. There are 5 primary brainwave frequencies, each associated with specific states of consciousness. There's the delta waves, which are zero point 0.5 to 4 hertz, and that is for deep sleep, relaxation, and healing. There are theta waves, which is between 4 and 8 hertz, and that's for meditation, creativity, and deep relaxation. Alpha waves, which are between 8 and 12 hertz, and that's for relaxation and decreased cortical activity. There's beta waves, which is between 12 and 30 hertz, and that's for concentration, attention, and mental activity. And then you have gamma waves between 30 and 100 hertz, which are for high level cognitive processing, insight, and intuition. Certain frequencies in music have been found to have beneficial effects on the brain and body. So, for example, 432 hertz, often referred to as the love frequency, is believed to promote relaxation, reduce anxiety, and improve your mood. 528 hertz, known as the miracle frequency, is thought to have healing properties such as repairing DNA and promoting cellular regeneration. Oh, you're not supposed to be clipped together. We're supposed to go with the flow paper.
Can we have all of those at one time?
That might be a little dangerous.
Okay.
So, but with good frequencies, there's bad, of course. So, while music is generally considered safe, some frequencies may have potentially negative effects. ELFs, which means extremely low frequencies, which are below 10 hertz, such as those found in industrial or construction environments, have been linked to fatigue, anxiety, and other health issues. High intensity, low frequency sounds. Sounds with these components produced by some construction equipment or music with heavy bass can cause physical discomfort, hearing damage, or even anxiety. With the growing understanding of sound's impact on human consciousness and well being, musicians may benefit from considering the frequency their music outputs to their audience. Here's a few potential benefits: enhanced emotional resonance. Music tuned to specific frequencies may evoke stronger emotional responses, creating a deeper connection to listeners. Therapeutic potential. So it may have a positive impact on your listeners' mental and emotional well being. Unique sonic identity. Incorporating specific frequencies can help musicians develop a distinctive sound, setting them apart from others in their genre. Now, here's some challenges and considerations. Individuals' responses to specific frequencies can vary greatly, making it challenging to create music that resonates with everyone. So, elevator music may be calming to some, not to Shavana.
Not at all.
Limited scientific understanding. So, while research is growing, there's still much to be discovered. Creative freedom versus a frequency focus. This may limit musicians' artistic expression, trying to balance between their creative vision and the desire to incorporate specific frequency. So, here's some examples that we should have all heard of before. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony has been shown to induce alpha brainwaves associated with relaxation, creativity, and reduced anxiety. For Elise, features complex structures and rhythms which can engage mental faculties and improve focus and memory retention. Beethoven's music has undoubtedly had a profound impact on the world of music therapy. So he's got a whole catalog of music that is actually used in music therapy.
I would like a list of those songs.
So it's just Google it. Seriously, it's a
No,
big catalog.
I've heard some of his music, and when I took music, we did talk about Beethoven, and I can put on some of his stuff, and I can tell the mood is different. But
Yeah.
if there's just others that I'm just really not paying attention to, I wonder if they have it listed off or in a category like you have it
Well, they
listed.
have, yeah, you literally just look up music therapy and a lot of the songs, because there's a lot of classical music that's used in that, and it helps with a lot of um, mental and physical ailments and things like that. They're actually studying and using now. Now with Beethoven, the question for me and just in general is was it intentional, or did he intend for his music to be healing? I'm not sure. We don't know because he can't answer that. But however, it is beneficial. Going into something a little bit more modern, we have Janae Aiko. So she released an album called Chalumbo. It's an example of an artist intentionally incorporating healing frequencies into their music. It's an interesting and innovative approach in modern music. So basically, I implore musicians to research sound and frequency, collab with experts, and find a balance between artistic expression and incorporating healing frequencies, ensuring that your music stays authentic and meaningful. By exploring the intersection of music frequency and human consciousness, musicians can potentially create a new wave of sound that not only resonates with listeners but also promotes well-being and healing. Y'all see what I did there? Because we got healing hands coming up today.
Right. I see how you put that in there. But I mean, but that go hand in hand, like a nice massage, and then you're
The
listening
music,
the
the
music.
music in
Yes.
those spaces and spas, yes,
Yeah.
generally any place where you're meant to relax and heal, the music should be
Calming.
calming.
Very calming and soothing.
And so, yeah, it's important when I guess a lot of the times I don't think about that. Like, I didn't really think about it until I really started learning about frequencies, because I'm just like, if I know I'm in a hurry and I got to get out the door and I know I have to take a shower, I got to do these things, whatever. I have this list of things I got to do. I'm going
Right.
to turn on some music that's going to make me move.
Right. That's gonna keep me in the
Yeah.
mood when I'm cleaning my house from
Yeah.
top to bottom, when I'm scrubbing walls and washing windows. I need a certain type of music. If I'm at work and it's just really stressful, like I need a certain type of music to hit. Like I just gotta be in that groove.
I
So
tell people all the time when I'm in my office, if there's no music playing, I am not working. I have to have music playing.
No, so and
It is
I
a
could agree with
necessity.
that, but for those that drive, and I forget the comedian that talked about it, that when you're backing back, you have to turn the music down. So like when my music is on and I'm just in my groove, and then I got the music in the living room on, and then I get stuck and I cannot get unstuck. I got to cut the music off. Everything got to be quiet because I got to find out what's the issue. Now, when I get unstuck, then it's go right back on.
So, Shavana, that just made me think, because I said I have to have music playing while I'm working. Am I able to write off my Apple and Tidal subscriptions? See,
Yes,
look at
because
me.
it is for your work purposes. Because you do use Apple for the things that you do for work. And we have a consultation.
That's, you know what? Well, I just meant as far as like when I'm actually in the office working. I promise you, I've said it to everybody that knows me. If you don't hear that music playing, I am not
You're
working.
not working. And that's the same with me. Or if I'm not fussing at the computer, I'm not working. Because me and the computer, we have nice conversations.
Here
And
she
then
go.
when it doesn't act right, you just gotta give it that whooping. So
I'm not fighting no computers. I wanted, I threatened the printer once. I put it in a box and went on about my day. But I do want to shout out to everybody that's tuned in onto my live. Tia Songberg, hey there. Rachel L. Gary. We have Lance Thompson in here. I'm trying to see. It's a lot of y'all. Sorry, I can't read all of that. But shout out to y'all. Much love to y'all. Stay tuned. We're
yes,
actually
and
going
on
to.
mine,
Oh,
there is
oh,
Imani. Auntie cousin Shan. Miss Keena is on there. So I ain't got that many people like you.
Can y'all add Shavana? Follow her. She needs some friends and
Yeah, I do.
followers.
I really do. Because
And
I'm new to this social
anointed
media.
accounting.
I'm new to this social media world. I'm trying to get with the program and be more interactive with it. Doesn't mean I know what I'm doing,
Hey,
but
as long as you're doing it,
I'm
it's getting
trying.
done.
And so give me a T for trying and an E for effort.
We're going to. And I also want to shout out Moni Lumpkin. She's going to be a guest of ours, I believe, in April. And I do want to shout out her company, Accessories Boutique. So she actually will be joining us. I do want to give her a shout out for these earrings. She actually sent me some lipsticks too, but I have on just plain gloss today because I was in a little bit of a hurry. So what we are going to do
You go, CEO
is
Lexi.
get into a quick music break, and we got our guests coming up next. We have the financial fan Shavana M. Jackson with her guest, and we also have Sharon Locke joining us, as well as Crystal Lewis. So I do want to tell you, stay tuned in. We're going to be back shortly.
Be right back, y'all.
On the Super Businesswomen Show here on Intellectual Radio. We'll be right back.
Think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me since I'm so far? Would you even speak to me if I should call? Sometimes it's hard to sleep. Staring at the stars when I dream, I blink, and damn, there you are. Do you think of me and wish we could have worked things out one way or another? At least we should have stayed friends. Now so much lovers. Do you think of me? We love to hug and kiss. We love to rub. That love is what I miss. Do you think of me or how I could be more than just another casualty in need? Do you think of me? Do you still see me as a queen out here doing my thing? Do you think of me and say it's an act of God's timing so I can pursue rhyming? I love you, but that love had me blinded. Face fine, but what hides behind it? Do you think of me and all them lonely nights I'm crying? Do you think of me without even trying? Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Either way, I see a brighter day. By the way, do you think of me when the radio plays all my jams, heavy rotation? And again, do you think of me when you see me in the magazines? Do you think of me and what you could have had with me? Do you think of me? Of course you do. None bad as me. Do you think of me? Mic checking, say trapping. Do you think of me and realize you're the reason I'm stressing? Do you think of me? Rewind me again, learn a lesson. Do you think of me now that I'm running the league? You guessed it. When it comes to this ink pen, some call it gifted. I call it all the above. I've been blessed from the beginning. Do you think of me? Does it hurt to see I'm forever winning? Do you think of me? Got back all the peace toxic love ever costed me. Honestly, it's sad to see you never really rock with me. Love is dead, rest in peace. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me?
Hello and welcome back to the Super Businesswomen Show here on Intellectual Radio. It's your girl, CEO Lexi, and we are actually going to bring this on over to the financial femme, Shavana M. Jackson.
Hey, great big world out there. How you doing? I'm so excited about today. Young is in the building. Oh my God. Now, I'm going to be the first to say that I don't care for massages. I don't like all that pressure. I do like Swedish massages, though, just the rubbing. I don't need all that.
So you just want somebody to just rub on
Yeah,
while
just
you-
rub on me.
No, that's a waste of time.
You know what, Shar? Everything with me and you is a waste
No,
of time.
it's not. I'm like,
It
girl,
is.
get in there. Get the
Mm-mm,
nuts.
I don't need all that. No.
So what about after your busy season?
I go to sleep for 2 days. I take me a nice bubble bath, and then I take a shower, and then I go buy some more bath beads and I take another bath and another bottle of wine and I am relaxed. I don't need all that pressure.
And you have cheese and mac.
Yes, I do have cheese and macaroni. I do. Yes, I do. But I'm excited about today. I have Miss Lakina Young here joining me. Oh my God, massages. Okay, wow. Like I'm just really gonna jump into this. Right. So first I'm gonna start with, you know how you think you know a person, a little background about me and Kina. We grew up together, went to the same church. I just chose to stay and do non-good things and she chose better things. But you know, we stayed in contact over the
Let's
years.
not gloss over that.
No, wait. 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 So as I'm talking to her and you know, I see her on Facebook a lot. I'm a big fan of hers and 10 grandbabies. Are they the real grandbabies, whole grandbabies, dolls? Like you done kidnap some kids, like 10 real grandbabies.
Wait. She looks like she's somebody's grandbaby. So
Right.
you got 10 grandbabies?
10 real ones.
10 real ones. My youngest is 2 months. Yes.
How many kids you got?
I have 4, and out of my 4, 3 of my children has children.
Oh, okay. You started young then, right?
Yes, I started at 16.
Okay. So that explains it because Black don't crack. And
I like how
never-
you put that.
I never would have guessed that she had 10 grandkid.
No,
one.
I never would have guessed that either. I was still stuck. And when my mom would say, I would tell Mom, you know, Keena only got like 4 grandbabies. No, she got more than that, Mom. Okay, I understand you're a senior citizen. Don't worry about it. It's I get it. It's how many you say it is, but I know that it's, and God, she was right. 10 real ones.
10 real ones.
So I know if I ever wanted to babysit a child, I could just come to you.
Hey, I love them all.
I know you do. I know you
I
do.
love
Well,
babies.
you can just
And
start
I
child
know-
daycare.
And I know that all of them can possibly sing. I know that.
Well, preferably they will be able to
I know, because
do
knowing you,
something in ministry.
yeah, of course, I
Yes,
know how
Lord.
you get down.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Keena is a singer. I love her voice. Oh my God. So much passion behind it. So much passion. So speaking of passion, I want to talk about you. You started this massage journey in 2012
Yes.
and you completed your education in 2019. Do you think about going back to school?
I'm always thinking about going back to school. I'm always thinking about educating myself and making sure that I have a stream of income coming in. So, and I always bring my children in to make sure that they are a part of anything that I do, so that we can build build a business continue to build business with my family.
And I saw that like you encouraged 2 of your children to go back to school and get certifications.
Yes.
Just to come and have a business. So you're also trying to start generational wealth too.
Most definitely.
And wow, that is so neat. That's unique. And to see that you're doing it like right now, like you took a big leap of faith and you just went out there and started your company August 5th of 2020. You were in the pandemic,
Yes.
just as I was, and you're still here
I'm still here.
with healing hands.
Yes.
And I want to talk about that. So why did you become a massage therapist?
Well, one is because I love helping people. I'm a helper of people, and I know that God has given me the power of healing. And so putting both of those together to make sure that I can continue to mentor, continue to pour into, and my passion was originally just around women. So because I was a young mother, I wanted to make sure that women understood their power, and women understood that they have to have moments to take for themselves, to pour back into themselves. And sometimes we're always carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, that we never take moments for ourselves. And so this was one of the reasons why I started, so to be able to let women know, hey, you have to take time and take moments for yourself. Get your hair done, get your nails done, but also get a massage and get all that stress up off of you that has carried you and that you've carried and you've waited, and you can do it. You have to find time for yourself. Love on yourself.
So you can still love on yourself without a massage though, right?
You can, but you can't get the stresses out like a massage can.
Okay, so what about the little massage rolls that they have at like
Mm,
Walgreens that you can roll on your arm?
That
Char,
helps too,
leave
but
me
it's-
alone. I done told you
That
I don't like
helps
the pressure.
too.
Okay.
That helps too, but
Mhm.
you don't have to have heavy pressure.
Okay.
Like I can't take heavy pressure. So you have to be able to tell your therapist what type of pressure you want. So if you don't want the elbows in, you don't want all the heaviness on you, you can say, hey, light pressure, and you'll still get the same results as someone that loves the elbows put inside their back.
That's good to know.
So when I was going through therapy, like for my legs, my knees, when I was having surgery, well, I had to have surgery, but post surgery, I would get like knots and things like that, or the muscle would be really, really, really tight somewhere else that's connected. I didn't like necessarily the heavy pressure, but it relieved the tension in those areas and relaxed those muscles.
And I'm glad you brought that up because that brings me to my next point. I wanted to know, as a massage therapist, what techniques do you use for pain and muscle tissue? Like, for instance, migraines and me have it out. And we have it out to the point where I have to unplug the refrigerator and the deep freezer. Like, I have to take the battery out the clock on the wall because I can hear it ticking. That me and migraines just don't get along. So, like, what massage would you suggest for migraines?
So there is a light touch when it comes to the migraines, as far as massaging the temple area and in the facial area to release that tension, because a lot of that is coming from up here. So you have to just lay back, and then there's just a soft touch that we're massaging your temple all the way down towards your ear to get all of that tension up out of you, so that you can relax and that pain can begin to go away. And then there's even touches of that you can touch in your hand and your wrist in order to relieve that pressure as well.
I could do that myself because I be at home sometimes and I be like this.
Well, you can't do it like that, Siobhan. You know what gives me? Well, I haven't had them. Thank you, Jesus, in such a long time, probably about 4 years, because I got Botox last time, and the nape of my neck for the migraines. Haven't had any since. But massaging of my feet used to give me relief. Pressure.
That helps.
Yes, it does.
Because it's pressure points in all those areas.
Yes.
Wow. See, I'm learning about massages, something that I really don't care for with the pressure, but with the Swedish massage, I'm sure, and I love getting my feet rubbed. Like, I think that's one of the main reasons I go get my feet done.
Use a little pressure. You know, they can't just be rubbing.
He don't use that much pressure because he already know. And nope.
Well, you're trying to alleviate the heaviness
like
of the migraine, but it's temporary pain for a bigger result.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna just look up Miss Keena and call her when I get a headache. So,
here's the question: why do you always think it has to be heavy or heavy pressure? Have you ever had a full body massage where you just tell someone who's ever working on you that you only want light pressure?
Well, let me answer that in 3 ways. I don't go to the massage parlor, and 2, when I hear people talk about massages, all they talk about is pressure. It took for me to do some research to see if it was another type of massage without pressure. That's how I found out about the Swedish massage.
Several types of massage.
There's several types of massage.
And you're right, but if that's something that, I don't like I'm not finna dig into it, But one of my best friends had said she wanted a girl's day just to go out by herself, hair, nails, massage. And I'm like, okay, massage envy. Let me try them for you. Got her a gift card, and every year she want one. And I'm like, for what? Like, I don't understand. She was like, girl, depression, what they did to my neck.
Well, Shavonna, you shouldn't knock it until you try it.
There you go.
Shavonna's like one of those older people. When she gets something, she's not going to deviate, and she's going to stand on it.
I'm going to stand right there.
Isn't that what the kids say? You stand on it. She stand on it.
Me and them sweetest massages, I'm on it. So, but I'm willing to try. I'm being more open now.
Very good.
I am. I'm gonna just call Miss Keena.
She stand on it. Like, remember, she was upset with the person talking to the ex-spouse or having a friendship. Remember how she stood on that? That's how she stand on what she's talking about when she says no about something.
Well, you have to be stern.
I need you to step out.
I am, and I'm doing things differently. Like, we just talked about the social media thing. You see me on social media now. You've never seen me on social media.
But let me ask you a question. You talk about pressure, but when you get your eyebrows waxed, that was pain, but you still go back and do it. Or when you get it plucked, you still go back and do it.
Or when you get a Brazilian, you got to take a deep breath.
Right.
Not. ironically, I laugh when I get my eyebrows threaded and get my Brazilian. It doesn't hurt.
Well, it's just like, it doesn't hurt to me either, but it's just like the massage.
Yeah, I do. No, you can go with me. You can ask Alpha.
I don't want to see.
I'm saying Crystal said she didn't believe that. What I'm saying is that
She just
she
invited
would
you
see
to
me
go
laughing.
See her with JJ.
No, I'm saying when I get my eyebrows done, you can see Alka do. I just
I
laugh
can
because
see
it's
the
funny.
eyebrows.
Yeah,
but
because
the-
I like the threading. Now
the-
that's soothing
the
to
other
me.
part.
It is to me
That's
too.
a whole nother story, though.
No, you
Shavon.
can't go in there with that.
No, I don't. I'm not interested in that.
The wax
I'm
still
speaking in
hurt,
terms of
but-
how the wax, because I've been getting waxed for years, and it's still
It don't.
jump. I
It still
jump like
hurt.
I'm having.
I just
a
hold
baby.
my breath. Right. You just
No,
gotta.
It
I'm
hurts.
used to see.
But
I
to
have
each
to
his
mentally
own.
right. I mentally prepare myself for that. That's why I go in.
And
and
don't
it's
wear
like,
jeans.
Well,
home.
you missing out on
No,
on
you don't.
massages. I'm just
Yes.
gonna let you know. You really missing out.
Babe, you
Shavon.
missing
And it
out
gives
on
you and it
massages.
allows you to also rest.
I'm gonna
It's
call you, Miss
relaxing your
Kina.
body and allow you to rest.
I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna set up a massage with you this year. I'm gonna
And
step out.
if
and
you
I'm
had
gonna
the
do
right
it.
kind of massage, it'll put you in a whole nother ecstasy.
We know what type of massages Char likes.
Well, Char likes regular massages, but there's a certain massage that I happen to enjoy.
I know. I see it. So, Miss Kina, what experience do you have with working with different populations, such as athletics, individuals with specific medical conditions?
So I have, and it's crazy that you said that some of my clients are older individuals. I have a client that is on oxygen, cannot really move, and so she requests me to come to her house and do that, and just to be able to see how she feels afterwards, which makes me feel good, which makes me know that I'm doing a great job in making sure her health is being taken care of, because it's all encompassed in all of that. Just taking the time and listening to your client to see what you need. I think one of the things that we have to make sure is we can't go in doing what we want to do, but you really have to pay attention to what your client needs. And so making sure I do that. I've worked on basketball players. I had to do that even in school, but definitely. The seniors is really who calls me to give them massages. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a preference of the audience that you massage? Do you have a certain preference? Like, do you prefer to deal with seniors versus athletics, or it doesn't matter?
It
You
doesn't
just
matter.
do it all.
Because I love what I do. So I love what I do. So I don't have a particular like, oh, no, I don't want. No, I love what I do. Whoever calls me, I'm coming because I know what I was called to do. And
so that
I
means
do
you
it.
travel.
Yes, I do. I'm a traveling massage therapist.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Do you have a stationary place where you can come? Where we can come if we wanted to utilize your services?
Look at this
Not
list.
at this moment.
Okay.
I travel to the people.
Okay.
Mhm.
I like the travel part too. My sister was having a party. Didn't stop me from getting a massage. We were downstairs while she was having her party, her barbecue. I got
But
my
it's coming.
massage.
It's definitely coming.
So,
It's
so
coming.
where does the healing come in at? I know we talked about relieving the pressure, the tension, making you feel good, but I know that you focus mainly on the healing part of it and the transformation, because that's where your passion is at.
Mhm.
As you talked about, I love helping people. The way you set up with that, and I just felt the passion come from you with that. So what does the healing, where does that take place?
So when you're really dealing with clients that has whether it's ailments, whether it's I can't sleep, I don't rest well, all of that plays a part. So when I come into the room, the thing is I'm focusing on, okay, God, what do you want me to do? And being able to lay your hand on whatever part of the body as you're flowing through the body to make sure whatever parts of the body is being healed and they're being relieved from pain, they're being relieved from aches and mental exhaustion. All of that plays a part of what I feel God has called me to do as far as healing the body.
Now, as you're massaging your clients, do you sing to them?
No, I've never sung. I sing in my head, but I don't sing out loud.
Why?
Oh, she can
That's
sing.
never
I'm
She,
my
like,
request.
huh?
yes,
But she wants them to rest.
That's right. It's supposed to be a relaxation. So no, I don't. I've never sung while I did massage. No.
Would you be interested in doing so?
And singing while I'm massaging?
Yes.
Shavonna have the wildest request.
Now you know what? You probably too focused on making sure that you're healing with your hands.
Exactly. And you really want to have your client just relax and be in the moment.
Okay, so it's more to this massage
yes,
thing. Okay. I got to go do some more research.
It's a lot more to it.
I
Siobhan.
definitely got to go do
Yes.
some more research. So as a massage therapist, a traveling massage therapist, because I
Yes.
want to keep that in mind, how many massages are you comfortable giving back to back?
So it depends on the time of day. So if it's in the evening time, because I also work a 9 to 5. So during the week, I will probably do maybe 1 or 2, depending on how long that they want the massage during the week, and depending on how far I got to travel. So it varies. It'll vary. The weekend I'm more open on Saturdays, so I can do multiples on Saturdays. So, but it depends on what's going on.
I really like that. What is the furthest distance you would travel?
I've traveled to 100 and I think it was like Calumet City was the furthest I've driven so far.
Girl, that's down the street.
And then, I mean, I'm sure that's price driven too, right? So
Yeah,
the,
I
the
do a
more that
travel
they pay,
fee.
the further you travel.
Yes,
So you do charge a travel fee?
I do.
Of course.
Now,
Okay.
she
Gas.
said I went to the border of Wisconsin. I'd have been like, okay, girl. I'm like, Calumet
No,
City.
now they've
down.
asked, but but then I didn't end up doing it. But I've traveled, so pretty much wherever the money brings me, I'm going
That
because I
part.
want to put a stamp on what my name is and what I represent. Yeah.
That part.
So tell me, what does the initials stand for?
So the initials are me and my children, my 2 younger children. So it's Lakina, Tyja, and Javon. So those are the 2 that went to Soma with me.
Okay. And is it anything in particular that they specialize in, or you guys just do everything across the board?
We do everything across the board. We learned together. I did just get another certification, but we've learned across the board. So yeah. So now that so it's constantly growing, constantly adding stuff under my belt. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
What is a challenging time you have faced with a customer?
It was probably her, the way you looked.
Nope.
Right?
See,
okay.
see.
Ooh, do I say this? I think the only challenge that I faced is is a guy that I massaged
odor.
that wanted something extra.
Okay.
Wanted a happy ending, and I was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah. So that was one of my challenges.
That was something that had turned me away from massages. Like, I really thought that was a joke until I watched this one. It was an episode on Netflix, and it was called The Client List, and I was like, "These is what people paying
That's
for."
normally negotiated. Although it's illegal, it's normally negotiated up front. So I'm really surprised he behaved like that. It's normally, when we go into establishments, I have to be careful because I almost said the name. When we go into establishments and you shut them down,
Mhm.
it's like prearranged. You go to this establishment and that's what you're going to get.
Wow. So, well, since Crystal brought it up, have you had to encounter someone that had a body odor or something you just couldn't take? How do you deal with that?
So I still did the job because that's what I was supposed to do. And you're going to face some of those challenges. So therefore, and we don't know if it's a medical issue, because you're not going to ask your client, hey.
Well, can you ask in the shower?
You know what?
I would say, please shower before I got there. That would be one of my.
So yes. So, but this was even when I was in school, right?
Mhm.
So in school, you have people that come in and you don't have that option to say that. But yes, go as far as what I do now, hey, make sure this is done, and be prepared when I come through the door.
Do you have a check, like a questionnaire when people come to get the massage? A lot of, people have that questionnaire where they make sure that you don't have high blood pressure, diabetes.
So what I do, I ask
body
the question.
odor.
Yeah.
Recent surgeries.
She is on this body
I
odor.
mean, no, because my girlfriend's a massage therapist and she's mentioned to me how some of her clients have had bad odor.
Yeah, like
One of my friends is an esthetician, and she said, how do you come and get a bikini or Brazilian wax and not take care of your body parts?
Yeah.
How do you have cotton and tissue and all kind of duckberries down there and you're getting a bikini? You knew you were coming to do this.
gross.
Yeah, it's what we talk about, what she complains about. And these are professional women.
Now you do
I'm gonna have to add that into my stuff.
whole body massages, correct?
I do.
From head to toe.
Yes.
What? And that's just allowed.
And
to
a lot of times
encounter.
we're naked when we get the massages.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you tell
Yes.
people
Why
they
wouldn't
can
you be
undress for
naked?
their as far as their comfortability,
Right.
but most time people get totally undressed,
Why would I have a brown and I'm getting massaged?
and
Or
it's
maybe a
challenging.
thong, because
You could do, yeah.
I
you
ain't
want
putting a
the
thong on.
right. You want the because a lot of times when you're doing the massages, they massage the glutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they massage your breasts because that's good to have your breast massage.
Above the breast.
And then even those little areas down there, those they can get a little bit down and not too far, but
Yeah.
She goes for a massage once a week, right?
I go.
I go frequently
Yeah.
too.
She
I love
goes
it.
once a week, so we can tell by that. But no, like I'm gonna step out and of course I'm gonna go to LTZ to get my first massage because I gotta support Miss Kina.
So a
Um,
couple things Miss Keena gonna need you to do.
I take a bath.
Yeah, you take a bath. I ain't
She-
yeah. So
she
she
ain't
gonna
gotta
need
worry
to,
about that.
well, no, they ask you to shower beforehand. Just shower
Yes.
before
I'm
you go
I'm
in.
I'm gonna
Yes.
take about 3 because I love water anyway.
Yeah, we know.
And I'm not gonna ask her to sing, and I'm gonna negotiate. What,
And rest. Just rest your mind.
Right,
yes.
right.
Now, if I
Right,
fall asleep,
Give her a
allow the
Benadryl.
music.
Give her a Benadryl.
Allow the music to focus on the music.
and we
the
just got
water,
done
the-
talking about different types of musics for different reasonings. So
Yeah.
it would be some healing music that
Yeah,
that
music
I
for
would
you to
be
rest
playing.
your mind. Yes. Now there's sometimes people request, some art, whatever allows you to rest. If you, this is your massage.
So you mean to tell me you get trap music requests to during a
I haven't got
massage?
trap music, but I did have R&B. They was like, I would love some R&B,
Yeah,
so I gave them
R&Bs can be
R&B,
okay.
smooth R&B. So yeah,
I don't want
Smooth R&B.
Give me some jazz or some classical so that I can
yeah,
decompress.
or even meditation music.
Yeah.
Meditation music's good.
yeah.
It I just like meditation music, period. I like to hear the water run. So
That's
like
normally what-
Yeah.
that's a big thing for me, water. I will walk through the house, turn the bathroom faucet on, turn the shower on. Like the water bill, I don't even mind paying because I love to hear water. You can't. They told me to go buy this thing, and you hit a waterfall. You know how many packs of batteries I done ran through.
And
You
if I
need
could say
different
this too,
plug-in.
Shavana, really seriously, like when I got some good hands, I'll just put it like that.
Yes.
I got good hands.
Yes.
So when you're getting when your massage therapist is massaging you, you can start taking notes from it yourself. And then your partner can start, massaging you. And then, you can start having really good massages.
because I used to get massages, he would come to my house and he's a really good friend of mine. And he's the kind of guy, the reason why we got close is because as soon as he touched you, he started telling me things that nobody knew about you. So he had some kind of connection or whatever, seer, whatever, we want to call it. So Terry goes, now I'm going to do your massages from now. So I go to another lady now. I just don't use him. I refer him to people, but I just don't use him because he used to come to the house and I used to love it.
So, Kina, what would you tell people that are like me that don't know a lot about the massage world, want to take a leap of faith and just step out there and want to be massaged by someone that has the experience, that can answer questions and not stumble on questions and could just relax a person because this is their very first step to a massage? Like, what is your giveaway for that? Like, what would you tell someone like me?
Well, number one, what I would do is baby step you. So I would even just start giving you like hand massages so that you can start getting into what that feels like, the pressure of it, and then move further into your body so that once you're comfortable, because I want you to feel comfortable with me. And I think that's what, when you're dealing with therapists, sometimes you want to make sure, because you don't want everybody touching your body. You don't know
Their
what
energy.
or their energy that they have. So you got to be comfortable with going into a space with where you're allowing someone to touch on you. And so therefore I will start, because every time I hear pressure, I would say, well, can I just start off with first just giving you hand massages and arm massages so that you can kind of get comfortable with me and comfortable with the pressure of being able to get a massage and then seeing what it would do for your whole body.
I'm intrigued. So before I let you leave us with a key point and telling all our viewers and listeners how to get in contact with you,
Here goes Shavana showing
Shar.
us up now. She
Whatever.
always come with gifts for her clients.
Thank you, gift from Anointed County, for taking time out of your Saturday to show up on the show. And I am gonna book you. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna make that a birthday gift to myself, because I gotta mentally prepare myself for this. And I don't think I want to say what type of massage I want. I want to be surprised. Because I'm coming in for healing. I want to be surprised. Shut
Where
up,
our
Shar.
gifts at?
Where who?
Yeah,
Where
where
our
our
gifts
gifts?
at?
I wasn't invited to one of y'all segments.
What segment?
You own our segment.
It doesn't matter. This is a
our
special. This is a special invite. I want a special invite.
You got a special invite with when you see those texts and those meetings and those times and dates. That's your special invite.
Whatever, Shar.
We're feeling left out here.
Don't feel left out, please.
Lakina,
don't.
we gonna jack you for your stuff.
Don't jack me.
So please tell our viewers and our listeners, like, how do we contact you? How do they get in touch with you? How do they book with you? Y'all, I suggest you all go to her. Please, Lakina is so full of love, so full of passion, just a well-rounded, phenomenal woman of God. Like, real talk, seriously.
And you know she's a good woman. She got 10 grandkids. Anybody that looks this good with 10 grandkids, you already know.
I concur.
And love kids, like still love kids. Will do all the kids at church still run up to you?
You know what? We don't have a whole lot of kids, but yeah, I just love babies. I love people. So,
Girl.
but they're my heartbeats. My grandbabies are my heartbeats.
Well, come on, Nanny. Tell us how to get in touch with you.
She done called you nanny.
So I'm on all platforms. So LTZ Healing Hands. You can reach me on Facebook, Instagram. Also, you can email me at ltzhealinghands@gmail. And the phone number is 708-779-7788 as well. So you can just hit my social media platforms or call the business line, and I will be there to answer.
We will also post it on our Super Business Women page. And Shavana, you'll have it on your page as well, right?
Sure.
She just went along with
Because
it.
somebody gonna tag me and look, I just said
Exactly.
that I'm new to this. I'm learning. I've been listening to you and Crystal. I think one day you were out. Crystal sat next to me. She actually showed me how to acknowledge the live and still talk. And you know, you all made so much fun of me. So I just started doing small baby steps. Like I'm
Look,
still
you're doing phenomenal. I see your
prematurely.
page. I thought Lexi was doing it.
I'm getting help right
So
now.
CEO Lexi will ensure that we're tagged and that your information is on there, and then you can get it off of the live, the YouTube too, as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're
Shavana is
covered.
in training.
Right.
Shavana is
and I will
in
text
training.
Shavana and give her the information too. I'll send it to her via text.
And we will pressure her, push her in the right direction,
Yes.
so we ensure that she understands what a massage is going to feel like.
Yes.
And you should be getting one like every week or every other week. Trust me. Or you know what? Have your spouse learn how to do it too. It's amazing.
That's what I was saying.
Baby.
I'll go for some cheese and macaroni. So I want to thank our listeners. Miss Kena, thank you for coming out. I really
the
appreciate you. We're going to go for a short commercial break. And this is CEO Lexi. Do you
Think
do
of
you
me.
think of me?
Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the Super Businesswoman Show on Intellectual Radio.
Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me since I'm so far? Would you even speak to me if I should call? Sometimes it's hard to sleep. Staring at the stars when I dream, I blink, and damn, there you are. Do you think of me and wish we could have worked things out one way or another? At least we should have stayed friends. Not so much lovers. Do you think of me? We love to hug and kiss. We love to rub that love is what I miss. Do you think of me or how I could be more than just another casualty you need? Do you think of me? Do you still see me as a queen out here doing my thing? Do you think of me and say it's an act of God's timing so I can pursue rhyming? I love you, but that love had me blinded. Face fine, but what hides behind it? Do you think of me and all them lonely nights I'm crying? Do you think of me without even trying? Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Either way, I see a brighter day. By the way, do you think of me when the radio plays all my jams, heavy rotation? And again, do you think of me when you see me in the magazines? Do you think of me and what you could have with me? Do you think of me? Of course you do. None bad as me. Do you think of me? Mic checking, say trust it. Do you think of me and realize you're the reason I'm stressing? Do you think of me? Rewind me again. Learn a lesson. Do you think of me now that I'm running the league? You guessed it. When it comes to this ink pen, some call it gifted. I call it all the above. I've been blessed from the beginning. Do you think of me? Does it hurt to see I'm forever winning? Do you think of me? Got back all the peace, toxic love ever cost me. Honestly, it's sad to see you never really rock with me. Love is dead. Rest in peace. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone.
Hello and welcome back to the Super Business Women Show here on Intellectual Radio. It is your girl CEO Lexi, and we are going to pass this thing on over to Crystal, the savvy investor.
We've missed you, Crystal.
Well, hello everybody.
Hello.
And I've missed you ladies also.
Crystal has been working like a two-person in one body.
Yes, I work hard on so many different levels with my family, with my businesses, marketing. When you're an entrepreneur, you're doing everything for yourself a lot until you can get whatever it is that you need, capital, whatever it is that you need to take you there. So I have definitely been working.
And we are also joined here with our guest that will be coming up with Shar Unlocked segment, Monique Smith. So we do want to say hello and welcome to the show.
Hello,
We're just sitting there just listening to us the whole
I
time.
know, the beautiful Monique from the Bead Bar and a Chicago vocational alumni.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Well, today I was speaking with Lexi, and Lexi had mentioned to me, she asked me, what is the difference between using realtor.com and Redfin versus using a realtor? And so, she said that was something that was very interesting to her and that might be interesting to the audience. And so I said, okay, well, I definitely will cover my perspective of that. And of course, I'm going to give some facts behind it. So Realtor.com and Redfin I know Redfin is also a real estate company, I believe, or they have some type of real estate power to where if they get a lot of information that's in real time. The purpose of using a realtor is that we have access to the MLS. That's one thing. When you utilize the MLS gives you everything in that time,
Real time.
In real time. Now, a lot of times when you look at things on Redfin and realtor.com, it might be expired. It might not be of any use anymore. So that's a lot of where the problem comes in with using that. So in Texas, they do not allow realtor.com and Redfin and those sources to list the pricings of the properties and things of that nature. And that is because they are a non-disclosed state. Illinois is a disclosure state. So Illinois releases all of that information. It's kind of unfair to us as realtors because we have to put so much money out there, whether you are using your real estate license or not, to be active. So every 6 to 8 months, we're spending about $1,500. I just got another bill for something else. I didn't even look at it because I don't know what it is, but it has to do with with a few things, but that's a separate entity. And it's not fair, in my opinion, because that is what we got licensed for, and we should be able to capitalize off of that. Now, what I do like about Redfin and Realtor.com is that it does give the prospective buyer, the seller, or the renter the opportunity to be able to use those resources, and it allows us to kind of be able to communicate about things. So if you're looking at something, then, I can, we can look together for different things. So I do like that. Also, a lot of times it lists the MLS number. So it makes it easy for me to just go pop on there and find exactly what is needed. But as I stated, it's not fair because,
But it's realtors attached to those, because I've, been at work, and I've, on lunch made appointments for later, and a real estate agent or broker responds. So it's on Redfin. I know for a fact.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's real
about
estate
Redfin.
agents attached to it.
I think they just recently did that though.
No, it's been about a year ago. We went to go look at a.
Still recent.
Oh, still recent. Yeah. So you have the ability to have a realtor, and it's one at the bottom that's attached to it that actually reaches out and sends a questionnaire and asks whether you're working with someone and that kind of thing. So I guess
it has its perks now, but back over a year ago, it didn't have all of that attached to it. And it's probably because of the problems that were being caused. And also at Realtor.com, a lot of realtors utilize the website themselves to resource things. But for those that don't, it just kind of doesn't allow us to have the capital on things the way that capitalize off of things the way that we should be able to, because it's just not fair, in my opinion. Not all the way fair. I get it. Right. I don't see anything wrong with it, as far as, like I said, it makes us all be able to communicate and be on the same page. A lot of times, if I'm trying to get the MLS number, I'll just go right to the internet, find it on there, pop it inside multiple listing service, and it works.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the great thing about using a realtor is that we have legal documents that are professionally made by attorneys, that makes it so that when we're doing something, that you're in a legal binding contract. So as I believe the last time I was on here, I stated how I was putting together a piece of property for somebody, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot to put the late fee on there. And then I said, oh, the guy is going to be mad at me because I forgot to put the late fee on there. But when I read the contract, it said, if you left this area blank, it's an automatic 5% late fee charge to the tenant, or to the owner, or to the buyer, tenant rather. So also it's the same thing with when I found on there I said, oh my God, I forgot to check this off, and it was for if something is wrong in the property, it gives the owner a certain amount of time to get things together. So there are reasons why you should utilize us. And when you have these extra eyes on things, it just makes things a little bit more difficult for us to do our job.
And being in the mortgage industry, I always tell everyone to do your research on the realtor that you are getting into a relationship with, because they can make or break our deal. The way the contract's written, them responding to requests, it's important that you know who you're dealing with when you're facilitating those type of relationships. So online, you're rolling the dice. You really don't know who you're dealing with.
I agree. And I always say, the same way that you're interviewing, I'm interviewing you, you're interviewing me too.
Absolutely.
So you're giving us your personal information. You're putting, whether, like I always say, whether it's an investment property or whether it's a residential home that you plan on living in, you're putting your savings, your life, your livelihood, and everything in our hand. So like you said, it is someone over the internet that you're dealing with.
Rolling the dice.
Right. Versus, and why roll the dice when you could just get, what you need right here?
You could, go by the office, do your research, find out the credibility. It's important.
Yeah. So that was really something that Lexi asked for me to talk about. And then, like I said, when I looked, I was on probably on one of my Zooms, and I was talking to probably someone in Texas, and they were like, well, we don't have those realtor.coms and Redfins accessible to us the same way that Illinois does. And then when I looked it up, I said, oh, because we are a disclosure state where we have to disclose everything. And I think that that's good to some extent. But I mean, I like the fact that in Texas, they keep the price of the property off. So that keeps it between you and your potential buyer or seller. I also do think that, with us having access to all of that, we can give you anything that you want when you want it. So it's kind of like, just utilize us for everything that you need.
So for me, my personality, when I'm doing 50 things, I like the fact that I can go straight there, see the price, figure it out, call the person that's the realtor for me and say, hey, listen, I need to see this price and this is what I'm willing to pay. This is what it's on the MLS for, but it's unfair because I have access to the MLS. So, so I get it, but I want those resources because I want to do my homework. I'm one of the people that walk into the dealership. I already know what I want. Don't try to sell me. I'm that person. Don't try to upsell me. Don't try to sell me. Listen to what I want and give me exactly what I need. Don't downsell me. Don't upsell me. Let's just go straight to the point because you only gonna have my attention for us.
And you know what, Shar, I agree with that. And that's the part of it that I do like. Because I mentioned that earlier. I said I like the fact that we get to work together and we get to do a little bit of the homework. But if that information isn't disclosed, I can still give you all the paperwork, all the credibility. I can do the same thing that the Redfin or realtor.com could offer. So
I agree. I think it's better when you take it step by step with the relationship. But I'm in a different headspace. I'm always trying to do two things at one time.
Yep. And we definitely know how to accommodate those that do more than one thing at a time. The good ones do, because you have to take out the time to get to know your client. You have to care enough. When I say I give my clients A+ service, I mean that I go above and beyond.
Well, Crystal has that personality. She has the patience of Job. So I think that that's just what's going to happen. Some people, I'm like, here's your money back. I'm going to give you a list of referrals. So that's where I am.
Yeah. And anyone that, in my opinion, that would feel like, if you make someone feel like that they want to give you back your money, you need to go back and do some training, because this is a people business. This is a networking business. This is a relationship building business.
Baby, but you're not going to call me for a commission of $2,500. You're not going to call me at 3 a.m. You're not going to demand that I return your text within 20 minutes.
I agree.
You're not going to do certain things. All money's not good money. I love a good client. I love money. However, there's boundaries and restrictions.
I agree 100%. And those people who overstep their boundaries in business and don't make sure that they understand their client and how to deal with their client, that to me is a problem, because you have to be an effective communicator.
But you can't control a maniac. You can't control a maniac.
I agree with that too.
If they're a fool in real life, they're going to be a fool in the relationship you have. You just got to recognize that earlier. You can't control them.
I had a maniac. I really did. When I first got my license, this lady, she found me on Facebook. I thought that she was so sweet and nice at first. I mean, when I went over to her house, I was a little nervous because I was like, okay. And then when I went back over there again, it seemed like she was like kind of like a real off. I'm like, okay, do you talk to your family? I was starting to get a little nervous.
Right.
But as the relationship kept going, she really was a problem. And all money is not good money. And I should have cut that relationship off. But of course, in the midst of it, I was going to be selling her house. And then I was going to be doing the purchase too.
It's more trouble than it's actually worth.
Yes, it was horrible. I had to block her on social media.
See what I'm saying? You can't control a maniac. A fool, you can't control. So I recognize that early in the door. And I'll tell them, unfortunately, my plate is full. Mm-hmm. I'm not able to facilitate a deal for you. I have some amazing people, and they're normally not people that I'm friends with.
And every time I have done something against my gut, it has been a problem. And that's the reason why I am where I am at the moment, because my gut was telling me something and it turned out to be right. So, you have to also trust your gut when in business also.
Steve Harvey says it best. Your gut is God's way of saving a woman.
Well, I know we have a lot of wonderful things to go over here today. So I just wanted to touch on that. Do you guys have any questions or anything else pertaining to real estate today, or anything else about those people at like how you always call the people?
The people.
I'm calling those the people. They're the people for me now.
The people at Redfin,
Yeah,
the people at realtor.com. We actually like you. We just, I don't want to, get any phone calls or emails or anything like that.
Yeah, I do a little bit too.
Just a little bit. She said she utilized you just a little bit.
Oh, I do. I definitely utilize it. But, I really would love to do my job at its fullest capacity, because I feel like if I was doing my job it's at its fullest capacity, then I would be even greater.
But aren't the agents or the brokers on the Redfin site or the realtor.com, aren't they compensated?
They are compensated.
Okay.
Yep, they are compensated.
Okay.
I mean, they're there for a reason,
Exactly.
and I get it. And also, like realtor.com, you can get leads and things from them.
Absolutely.
So it's a whole system that goes along with it. And I don't mind certain aspects of it. I just kind of like the way that Texas does it, because it keeps the realtor more in the loop.
In control.
Yeah. So that's what I like.
I understand.
Yep. Okay. Well, thanks, guys.
So we're here with Monique from the Bead Bar.
Hello.
Hello. So when I heard the bead bar, I thought about just millions of beads. Tell us who you are and what the bead bar is.
Well, Shar, that is accurate. I do have millions of beads. The Bead Bar is a new business that I started in December of last year, and it is my version of a paint and sip.
Okay.
Oh.
So instead of painting, you're making jewelry. I'm starting out with bracelets, but I will be doing a waist beads class in June. And
Please.
I'm also doing necklaces.
So I want the waist beads, even though my son, when I had waist beads on, he said I was for the streets. He was like, Mom, what are you doing with waist beads? That's for girls for the streets.
I love waist beads.
Girl, I'm going to wear the waist beads. He can think I'm from the streets.
There's a whole history behind waist beads.
I know. And I
it
sent it to
comes from-
him.
Right. It comes from our native land, which is Africa. It's a whole ritual attached to it. Different age groups get waist beads for different milestones in their lives. So we've Americanized it and made it fashion. But when you tap into the spiritual definition of it, it really adds to your
So
life.
I put it on because my waist was expanding. I was going from I went from like a 26 to like a 28 in a short time. Then I went from a 28 to like a 30. I was like, we got to get this under control.
Mhm.
So I'll know when it's moving.
Right.
So that's
And
why
that's
I
another
initially.
reason why we do it here is because as it rises, that means you're expanding, and
And you shouldn't be.
Right.
Right. That's kind of where I
As it
was.
kind of falls back down towards your waist, you're like, okay.
Right. I'm on the right track.
Right.
But I also noticed at the Beat Bar that you have crystals, and I love crystals because they're, magical in a sense.
They are.
They are. So you're not just doing beads, you're doing crystals as well.
Yes.
You're doing crystals with the beads?
I do crystals. I do beads. I do.
I'm sorry. I meant like with the bead. Are the beads made of the crystals?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
like
That's because
different type of
I have some of
crystals.
those, but
Yes.
that's what I really like.
Yes.
The
I have
crystals.
tiger's eye, tourmaline, onyx, rose quartz.
I saw that.
turquoise,
I
the
saw
whole 9
that.
yards.
So I want that on my waist bead, on my
Yes.
waist.
Yes.
I call myself making a love potion.
Okay.
So I had gotten for the Pisces
Mhm.
sign, I got mine, and then I was dealing with the Capricorn at that time.
Lord have mercy.
I-
You didn't need my oldest, you don't need no love potion, or whatever you call it, the beads for that. You need prayer and Jesus.
Oh, you're right with that part with a Capricorn.
Baby, listen.
The energy is.
Baby,
My
listen.
son is a Capricorn, and the inner and
They're
my dad is
electrifying. They're successful, but those people march to their own beat.
They do.
Is that what it is with my
Because
son?
they start
Yes.
the year off and they end the year.
Yeah.
So it's a totally different.
So is it kind of like a dual personality that they have?
Not the same as a
Gemini, because
Okay.
Geminis I love.
Yeah.
But my sister said this. She said, if
Be
I
careful now. Y'all skating on thin ice.
I have two. So
Back to Capricorns.
So-
They bosses and they like to work and they like money and they're very busy.
they do,
it's true.
but they're also they're the most self-absorbed individuals I've ever encountered.
And moody. That's what I think.
My son's not real moody. He's very charismatic, but it's all about him. I keep telling you, all roads lead back to him. It could be a traffic crash and it's going to somehow relate to his glory.
Yeah,
Trust me.
definitely.
Yes.
So one of the things that the Bee Bar does is we have a healing energies class.
Oh no. I like
So we
that.
take the month that particular, so we did January, February, we skipped March, but we're going to do April as well. So the gemstone that is the birthstone of that month, and we do manifestation, we do meditation, we teach you how to use that gemstone in your personal application of life, and it's a whole experience. You
So
make
when
your
is that
bracelet.
class?
So
And why'd you
that-
skip over March? That was my birthday.
I skipped over March because, like I said, I just started in December.
Oh, gotcha.
So
okay.
I'm getting in the flow of
Okay.
everything. Eventually, I will have it every single month, but I'm
I got
still
you.
adjusting.
It's all good.
So
So I'm going to claim March, even though I'm in December. So I'm kind of like Jay, all roads do lead back to me. I'm just balanced with mine.
okay.
So everything will be in order by June.
Yes,
For
oh,
Gemini
definitely,
season for diamonds and
definitely,
pearls. All right.
Definitely. So anyway, to answer your question about the Bee Bar, it's a beat and sip where we have our own liquor license. We have a bartender. So it's not BYOB. All you do is come. And we have the beads, we have the tools, we have the drinks, we have food, and you just come and have a good time making jewelry.
Learn how to manifest.
What kind of
Yes.
food y'all got? Y'all got vegan options?
So my husband provides the food because we also own Sizzling Skillets at 8635 South Cottage Grove.
Baby, and it's good.
Yes. So he brings in the food. So you can either have what we have on the menu or you can make special requests. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, then we will work that into your particular event.
I love to hear it.
So wait a minute. What I'm hearing is, are we going to have a class and the radio is coming? Are we hosting from there?
Absolutely.
You got to get with us on that. That's what I'm hearing.
Absolutely.
I hear it.
That's
That's
what I'm
exciting.
hearing too.
Podcast and radio.
You said
experience.
manifestation. You was talking
Yes.
about crystals. We're talking about balance. We're talking about women.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
And it's a fun vibe. It is so fun. So yes, absolutely. You all are invited.
Okay, we got to get together with that.
Yes.
What's your favorite? My favorite crystal is the pyrite crystal. I love
like
pyrite because it brings you money and
Mhm.
power, and it keeps all those crazy things up off of you.
Yes.
I like the tourmaline.
Tourmaline.
I have it on. I like it's protection.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Protection
can't do
from negative
anything
energy.
without protection.
Yes.
Pyrite is protection too, though. isn't
It is, and it's also grounding as well.
Yeah,
So
ground.
when you get too busy, too lofty and detached, it brings you back to center and says, okay, it's time for you to have work-life balance.
So I don't think she's watching. Her birthday's coming up. And she's my spiritual godmother.
Okay.
I need something for her.
Okay.
I can't top what she does. She has big, beautiful pieces in there, stones that she have imported. So I can't
Okay.
touch
okay.
that.
Geodes.
But
I
you
like
can get
that.
a custom design made from Mosaic, which is my jewelry line. And we can collaborate. We can talk about it, pick out which gemstone she would like. And I do custom jewelry as well.
Oh, perfect.
I got a big piece of tourmaline for protection too,
Yes.
but I keep it in my bag because sometimes you might just need to.
You
It's
supposed
big.
to keep it with you.
It's a big
You're
piece.
supposed. I keep it on my body.
But I feel like if it's not working spiritually, it probably will work physically because it's a big.
Oh, well, there you go.
I gotta
That
keep-
works too.
Listen, he didn't say what it was protecting you and how to protect you. He just said it was
He just said
protection.
that's what it's
That's
for.
what it's for.
So it's funny that you mentioned tourmaline though, because my husband and I just did a new. We're introducing something new. It's called the Protection Couples Bracelet, Commitment Bracelet.
Oh,
And so my husband has
Oh, that's
one,
really
and I
nice.
have one, and I'm going to show you guys.
how does it look?
I'm going to show you. So this is the bracelet. He made mine. and I made his, and it's tourmaline, hematite, and tiger's eye. And so while we're making the bracelet, we're doing positive affirmations over each other.
Absolutely.
We're viewing a video about the red flags in relationships, how to stay away from certain things with friendships and things, and protect your marriage and your union.
So I got a question. How do you get him to wear it?
My husband loves beads anyway.
So that one's not going to put on a bead.
At
What
all.
about
He doesn't even wear.
necklace?
He doesn't even wear a watch.
You'd be surprised when you talk about the properties and everything that goes along with it, and then you make it fun.
I'm gonna have to blackmail him or
and you
something.
add our bead bar, our bar.
I'm gonna have to blackmail him. He'll wear it, but then it'll be missing. I'm gonna have to blackmail him.
Well, let's see.
Yeah. No, seriously, he doesn't even
Oh,
wear
can't you
a
give him a
watch.
little piece to put something to put in his wallet?
We can.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can.
We're gonna
Well,
work
let me
around
tell you,
it.
I think I'm so freaking dope. I think I can change his mind.
I think you could too.
I think I can.
That's why I
too.
said we're gonna work on that.
Yes. What is the difference between what you do and something similar? But I don't see anybody else. This is actually like a very creative idea. I don't see anybody else doing a bead bar.
There are a couple
Really?
across the nation. They're very hard to find, and I can honestly say none of them are like mine. When I first started doing the bead bar, investigating how to do it and looking to see, does anybody else have one? Can I learn something from someone else's
Right.
what they've already done? I didn't find anything. I have an upscale, elegant environment.
You do.
It's really inviting. It's really pretty. Where I've seen other places that are kind of craft centered,
Yes.
you kind of look like you came from the mall and you just stopped in and said hi,
Right.
which is fine. But my experience is a whole experience.
It's an experience.
Yes.
Well, when you talk about the prayers, the affirmations, the meditation, the energy you're pouring into it, that would be something different.
Yes. So hopefully I'm the pioneer and I set the stage for other people to follow.
Okay.
I know that for a franchise.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I haven't heard of it before, and I have been in love with crystals for a very, very long time.
You've been in
so-
love with me for a long time.
I said crystals, plural. No.
She
But
said, I
love
resemble that
crystals.
remark.
Hey, that works for me.
But absolutely, like as far as bracelets and things like that, I tend to wear them, and when they serve their purpose, they pop off and they go on about their life. And I haven't actually gotten any new ones recently, but I do wear specific crystals. I don't know if anybody ever pays attention to.
I do. You know, I
like,
know.
my clear quartz and my moldavite, which is
Yes. Ooh, moldavite.
I keep
she's
clear
a
quartz.
feisty one.
I keep clear quartz
Now,
on
what
me
is
too.
Moldavite? What is that? I never heard of
Oh,
it.
let the expert explain it. I've been wearing
Yes.
this bad boy for years.
Yes. So moldavite actually came from a meteorite
Okay.
that crashed into Earth, and someone found it, I think in Russia or somewhere like that. And the energy that comes from it is so transformative.
Mhm.
So when you use moldavite, you first of all, you have to be prepared.
Know what
because
you're
it will
doing.
uproot things that you might have wanted to stay but wasn't supposed to stay.
Okay.
Or it'll redirect you where you thought you were, oh, I'm settled, I'm good, I'm doing okay. And then it'll just upend you because like I said, the energy is transformative. So moldavite is one you really have to be prepared for.
Yeah, I was told that it will cause hell in your life.
It-
So
it
you have
can.
to be prepared,
Really?
centered and balanced, because it's going to divert you.
It turns you upside. It turns.
But
your
what if
whole
you've done
world
what if you've
upside
done a
down.
lot of the work?
But
It'll-
you may think you've done a lot
That's
of the
what-
work.
okay.
You may think
Yeah.
you've healed in areas. You may think people are supposed to be there that's there.
Mhm.
You'll be like, what the hell?
Do
I
you mess
took
with it,
mine
Sean?
off.
Okay, I was about to say.
I took it off because
you-
all hell was breaking loose.
Oh, for
I had
real?
to go back to a balancing crystal.
Mhm.
Yes.
I can tell you that I've worn it since I think 2019.
Mhm.
It was before I got popular on TikTok, so I got it at a really good price. It's expensive now.
Yeah.
And I definitely can attest that yes, I've had a lot of friendships separate and still with love. Family.
Mine wasn't with love. I was
relationships.
brokenhearted. It's
Well, it's
people
just-
that I thought that loved me back, or that friends that I thought I had poured into for years. They really revealed themselves.
Yes.
It was too much, and I didn't know what it was until I was told, you need to go back to a balancing crystal
So
right now.
would you I'm sorry, would you suggest possibly getting it so that you can get that figured out in your life to so that you can be your higher self and your great?
I definitely
And I know
would.
Lexi was saying something, so I'm sorry.
Well, I was just saying, like in the relationship aspect, that was one thing. But as far as like my career and my businesses and music and everything, I seen the complete shift and
Yes.
everything. And that if
Yes.
I've stayed aligned since this has been on my neck. But I do also keep it with clear quartz. So you know,
Yes.
And clear quartz will balance it
Mhm.
because clear quartz is one of those, I call it a stabilizing gem because it has its own energy. It doesn't absorb anything and
Right.
it doesn't emit anything. It kind of balances it out or neutralizes it.
Neutralizes, and you can charge other crystals.
and
with
to
it.
answer you, Crystal, I don't recommend anything to anyone. I feel like crystals call themselves to
To
you.
you.
That's true.
If you go into a crystal shop and you feel a calling to that crystal, that's the one for you.
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
it's energy based.
Mhm.
Because I used to wear one here. Like I had a couple here that I would always wear. I was at doing absolutely nothing and it broke. I just had to thank it.
Mhm.
I thanked God for the time that it served its purpose. I was not even doing anything. I was just sitting there and just went everywhere.
I had that happen with my rose quartz, and I was actually looking in the mirror, telling myself that I love me. I was like, I love you. I was having one of those moments in the
Yes.
mirror,
Mission accomplished.
and that bad boy popped off and fell all over the floor. And I was like, well, there it is.
There it is.
I still got mine. Because I got one made for my mom. I think it would be amethyst because her birthday was February.
Yes.
So I got one made for her, and then I had one made for that person.
When is your mom's birthday?
February 27th.
Okay.
Awesome.
But when I was putting on my clothes,
Oh,
I
she was a
believe both
Pisces
of them, yeah,
too.
she was a Pisces too. I believe both of them popped off when I was pulling.
But there's no mistakes with them.
Okay.
Now, one thing that you can do with those crystals that do pop off is you can repurpose them. So creative.
Really?
Yes.
What
you
I've been
can.
doing is I bless them to their highest good and go on about my business.
And you can,
I wanna
because that
repurpose my
assignment may
mother's,
have
though.
ended. But crystals are alive.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
you can still use them for a different purpose. You can put more energy into it, more intuition or insight into them, and have a whole different design.
So when is the waist bead class you said?
That one will be in either May or June.
So honestly, I think that's the one we should broadcast live from, invite some guests and make it a day of it. Like
Mhm.
I'm going to get with you so that we can do that.
Yeah, that's what we were talking. We were talking about doing stuff like
Yeah,
that.
we
sounds
want to
really
do that.
fun. Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm
so
excited.
I will get back with you with the date and
Okay.
we'll go from there.
It's got to be on a Saturday.
Okay.
3 to 5ish.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
3 to 5 is. So do you make jewelry for resale?
I do.
Okay.
I do. So I do custom orders. The bead bar is, I call it a tribrid. It's a boutique. So all of my creations are displayed. You can buy it right off the shelf. Then there's the classes, and then it's also the event space. So I make everything.
So question for you. So do you teach? Because I had to buy this big crystal Bible. Do you teach people how to clean and to care for their crystals when they purchase them from you?
Yes. So when you purchase, like if you just purchase a necklace or a pair of earrings or something like that, I don't really get into that unless we made it together.
Okay.
But the healing energies class, that's where I teach how to cleanse it and how to infuse energy, how to assign to it. and things
Because
like
I'm
that.
curious, because it's so big. How would you? Because
Also put 'em in
certain.
the sunlight and stuff. Right?
Well, depends on what
Moonlight
crystal
or
it is.
sunlight.
Oh,
Now, sunlight is
Yeah.
damaging to some.
Some
Like
crystals.
amethyst, it'll take the color away.
okay.
Yeah, some of it they die. So you gotta just kind of
We gotta go to
the class.
exactly.
Get a little sage.
Little
Yes.
say you sage.
Palo
Yes.
Santo.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
just about to say
I
Palo
love
Santo.
Palo.
Some of them you can do with just sea salt.
Yes.
So it just kind of all depends.
Or Florida water.
Florida water. Yeah, just all depends. Is your space available for rent?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. So on my website, which is beadbarchicago.com, there's a space for events, and you can book your event online or you can call me direct.
Okay. And how much does it cost?
Depends on what you have going on. So if you have a class that is, you want to rent the event space, but you also want the bracelet class attached to it, it starts off at $600 for 4 hours, and then you add on what type of beads you want, what type of food you want. So it's interactive in and of itself.
Okay.
That's a good number though.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Mm-mm.
No, that's pretty cool because you can have up to how many people?
Up to 50.
Oh, girl, if they pay $2 a piece, you guys can go have a class with Monique.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, if you have 50 people, you charge them $2 or not literally
I
$2,
understand.
but you charge them, $10, $15. Look at all what you're getting. You're getting food, you're getting beads. And if you have 50 people at that price, you actually could facilitate it without any
And you're
out of
learning
pocket.
about energy sources
Yes.
You
because
are.
energy is such a it's such a fad
It
that there
is.
is a real dynamic and a real education behind it.
Mhm.
So I think it's very good for people to understand what they're doing,
Yes.
because I'm
Because
not
you
as
can get led
educated as
astray
I.
by of course, the old school term is charlatans, but people who
My
are just
girlfriend.
capitalizing on the
Yes.
trend.
Yes.
But it's a serious thing,
It
though.
is.
It is.
Very
They're playing.
serious.
And
That's
it's
why
something
you
we should
need to
take
know.
seriously.
I learned that some crystals don't belong together.
Mhm.
People don't know that. They're walking around looking a fool. Life is disruptive. You what if you walking around with that crystal and you didn't know that it was causing disruption? You didn't know to take it off because you're a part of this so-called fad.
Mhm.
You didn't know. You got to take that off, get balanced, and figure
Yeah.
some stuff out if you're not able to handle what's going on.
Or sometimes the season in your life. So
Yes.
back to the Moldavite, you can welcome the energy, the transformation of Moldavite, because you can set your mind to a point where I'm okay with whatever change comes, right? It's a learning lesson for you to keep going. And sometimes it's time to take it off, like you said. So all of those things coincide. It's interchangeable, but you have to know what
But you can't
season
have
you're
your
in.
kids acting up, the work acting up, the man acting up. You'd be like, what the hell? The friends acting up?
Well, I talk to my crystals and I say, okay, listen, this is what's going on. I understand what you're here for. So can you redirect or can we soften some things? Because like I said, crystals are alive.
They
listen
live.
to
They
us.
are. They are. Tell us about Taco Tuesdays and what's going on at the Bee Bar with Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesdays it's lit. It's so much fun.
Do they get
so-
tequila?
Yes. So
Did you call me?
we have a great bartender.
So wait, my girlfriend or my sister's girlfriend and my sister,
Mhm.
they were here last week. It's called Hermanas Amigas.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. She has been at the Bee Bar.
Yeah,
a
my
couple of
sister. Yeah,
times.
yes.
Mhm. And it's delicious.
It,
I love
yes.
it. I love it. And she makes this. I can't remember the
It's
name of it. But
it's the bonding drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even the guys like it.
Yes.
Yes.
So I had an event and I had her come for a tasting, and there were men and women. It was a 65th birthday party.
Hmm.
So you guys know the age of the guests.
Right.
They drank so much of her tequila. She had to go out and get it out of her trunk,
Lord have
come
mercy.
back in, because they were like, these are amazing. And the men liked it so much. I was
Yes.
like, well, okay.
My sister made it for him and he just went crazy over it. And he's not
Mhm.
even a tequila person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I love Hermanas Amigas.
Hermanas Amigas.
Yes. So the Taco Tuesdays, we just started it 2 weeks ago. And the first one, we only had 2 people, which was still great because we had a good time. And we just decided, hey, whoever shows up, shows up. And if nobody shows up, we'll eat the tacos and we'll drink the tequila. But then last Tuesday, it was a packed house. Everybody had a great time.
So I think I'm gonna be at taco. Do you have vegan tacos?
We can make vegan tacos.
So I think I'm gonna come to taco. I don't drink,
Okay.
but we're gonna make something. We got to come up with some configuration for
We
me.
have mocktails as well.
Because one thing we do at CBS is we support.
We do.
I am so proud of the alumni that I'm a part of.
91.
Baby, it's some amazing. Danny DJ'd
Mhm.
my sister's party last week.
Oh, wow.
So it's like I utilize you guys over and over and over again because they did it for my store. The reason why I survived so long is because CBS, Chicago Occasional,
Yes.
just showed up and showed out all the time.
It's a family.
It is.
Mhm. It is.
So
It's
what
a-
time is Taco Tuesday?
6 to 9 every
Okay.
Tuesday until I say otherwise.
Now listen, 9:00, about 7:30, I'm gonna start scratching, right?
Mhm.
But I'll be there. But
You don't have to stay the whole time, but I'm going to tell you. Tuesday, We left there at 11:30. People did not
At
want
night?
to leave. Yes, they did not want to leave.
So listen, let me tell you what I've done all today so you'll understand. I'm not just like dipping out or I had class 7:30, 2:30.
Mm,
I'm here.
mhm.
I have to go to work when I leave here.
Oh, packed day. But that's okay because the class doesn't take 6 to 9. You've got time to eat, you've got time to socialize, listen to the music that we have playing, get you some cocktails. The bracelet is usually within the first hour.
Okay.
And then if you have to leave, you have to leave. It's okay.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
Oh, we get a bracelet too for Taco Tuesday?
Yes, you may. Yes.
What kind of bracelet we get on Taco Tuesday?
So it changes every week. So the first week we did a ring bracelet. It's like the ring, and then there's a little strand of beads that attaches to your wrist.
Ah.
Really cute. Last week we did just a regular bracelet, but each week it changes.
What's going to be this week? Are we going, ladies? What's going to be this week?
I want to be a part of the ring bracelet. Let's
Oh,
bring that
you
back.
can- We can do that too.
But I do like that it happens in the first hour because after a couple of tequilas, I'm not making any bracelets.
yeah,
I'll be
you
honest.
can't see.
That's actually smart,
and my
right?
husband wanted to keep turning the lights off. I'm like, you gotta turn the lights back on. But it's really cute when it's dark. So it's like, wait.
But I'm down.
So let's go. Crystal, you want to go?
Sure, I'll go.
Shavana
Absolutely.
is going to give us a hard time.
She's got deadlines.
She's got deadlines. She's going to fuss. She
got
going to be like,
clients.
yeah. You know what? I'm like, is this Shavana, the next door neighbor, reincarnated? She used to give us a hard time. She didn't want to go to church when she was supposed to go to church. She wanted to do things her way. I used to be like, look, ma'am, if you're going to catch a ride, the service starts at 9:00. She'd be like, well, I'm not going to be ready to 10:30.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what church you're going
Well,
to,
you're
but
not
we
coming with me.
exactly.
We will hopefully get Shavana back after April 15th.
Hopefully, yeah. So yeah, tell us where we're coming to.
We are coming to 3408 West 95th Street in Evergreen Park.
3408 West 95th Street in Evergreen Park.
Evergreen
It's
Park is nice too. I like
Evergreen Park, I love it.
Yeah, me
Just
too.
don't speed.
For us non-Chicagoans, is that south?
That's west.
West?
So
That's
it's closer
southwest.
here? Southwest.
So you know where Evergreen Plaza is? Have you
No.
ever heard of Evergreen Plaza?
I've heard of it, but I mean,
Okay.
you know, I'm gonna search Google it.
Okay, so
I
it's
just wanted to get, like-
it's 95th Street and it's west. Kedzie, so it's near Kedzie. 3400
Okay.
West is like Kedzie.
Okay.
So it's over there.
Okay. So-
Shaitung, is that the name of the?
Yes.
Yeah, it's over there near Shaitung.
Okay.
So it's right at really great neighborhood. It's right west of 95th and Western.
Yes.
Okay.
It's about 5-6 minutes from 95th and Western.
Mhm. Absolutely.
We're there. I'm committed. I'm coming straight from work.
Okay. We'll be there waiting for you.
Tell us where they can find you on your social media platforms.
So on social media, let's see, it's Instagram and TikTok. It is the_bead_bar_shy, CHI, because my daughter wanted to help me. So I said, okay, you can do it. And she made the name. And then on Facebook,
Nice
it's
name.
the Bead Bar by Mosaic.
And what about IG?
So Instagram and TikTok is
Oh,
with the
the
underscores.
same thing.
Mhm.
So tell it to us again because I'm a little older and I didn't get it.
So Instagram and TikTok, it's the THE_ bead BEAD_ bar BAR_ shy CHI. And then Facebook is the Bead Bar by Mosaic, but Mosaic is spelled MOZAIQUE.
Oh, okay. So it's creative.
Yes.
So you can find or listen, guys, we should be sharing. We're featuring African American businesses. You should be sharing this. I think we're going to start hashtagging. We should start hashtagging the businesses that we have so that because hashtags I just learned through the youth are super important
Yes.
because every time you search it,
Pushes.
it comes up.
Mhm.
So we need to start doing that.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm super proud of you. I
I'm
wish you
proud
the
of
best.
you.
And I am
Me
going to ensure that I share, I support, and drive people to your business.
Well, thank you. And I'll do the same.
Always, yeah.
Absolutely. For
Cavalier
all of
love.
you. So we got real estate. We got, I know the Void.
The conceal and carry.
Conceal and carry.
I got the boutique. I'm working on it. Got delayed because I got sick in January, but I'm working on the whole dating thing. So I may do some stuff with you. It's a
Ooh.
whole dating platform.
Fun.
But we have CEO Lexi. Lexi does all of our marketing,
Marketing.
all of our flyers, all of
Mhm.
our emails. She does our website, voiceovers. She does it all. She's gotten like 3 awards or 4 awards. I can't keep up now because
get
every
awards
Saturday
every
it's an
year.
award. She's got a bunch of awards.
Well,
They're all
okay.
for different things now, mind you, because I have a lot of jobs. So promoter, marketing, graphic designer, and then I own a music management company and an independent record label. And I'm also a union member for the Chicago Federation of Musicians and also a union organizer. So a lot of hats.
A lot of hats. And
Awesome.
obviously she's mastered them because she's won out the
Mhm.
award in Chicago. She got the award. Shavana does accounting.
Okay.
She's with Anointing Accounting. So
Mhm.
she's very stern. So you got to have your stuff together because she loved the IRS and she don't play no games.
Yes.
So
And
listen.
I have La Cristal lingerie.
Oh, I forgot. She has
Ooh.
lingerie. Yes.
So I see. Oh, I see a collaboration.
No,
going
and
on.
seriously, the lingerie, I believe I may have spoken about it with Shar. It is based around birthstones.
Oh,
Yes.
It is based around
told me.
birthstones.
Yes.
Yes.
That is. I see a collaboration.
so we
coming,
got-
so.
Yes.
Waist beads
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I'm
That
not
may
gonna
be something that may
explicit, but I
include
can.
that too with the models while we're there.
I think so.
All right. So for me, I am Shar Unlocked, Love, Loans, and Lifestyle. I have another class. What is it? Bullets and
Bullets and brokers.
Brokers and Bullets.
Yeah, what's the information on
Brokers
that?
and bullets.
Brokers and Bullets next week, April the 5th and 6th. Was that Saturday? I can't keep.
Mhm.
Listen, I'm delirious at this point. Is it April 5th and 6th?
Yeah, I think it is
April 5th and 6th.
Yeah.
It's Brokers and Bullets, and we're discounting the price to $99. After that, I'm not doing any more $99 class. So it's JBL Training Academy. We're doing $99 Brokers to Bullets, and it's to support everybody in business, from real estate brokers to the man on the side of the road that sells the corn. Everybody in business gets to take advantage of it. So next week is going to be my final special. So 844-426-6232. We had a great class today.
Excellent class.
So is it 2 days? Or
It's a
is it
2-day. It's a
either
si-
of.
No, it's a 16-hour class, so it's
Okay.
state mandated. I hear there are people out there signing certificates. I hear there are people out there doing 1-day classes. You're going to go to jail. It's not worth it. So, and I got a, pension I love.
Okay.
So, yeah, I need you. If you're interested, reach out 844-426-6232. It's next week, April 5th and 6th. Tomorrow's too late because we're concluding the second half of today's class.
Okay.
So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and close out for the Super Business Women Show. Hey, Tamala, she went to CBS. Michelle Hampton went to...
Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me since I'm so far? Would you even speak to me if I should call? Sometimes it's hard to sleep, staring at the stars. When I dream, I blink, and damn, there you are. Do you think of me and wish we could have worked things out one way or another? At least we should have stayed friends. Now so much lovers. Do you think of me? We love to hug and kiss. We love to rub. That love is what I miss. Do you think of me or how I could be more than just another casualty in need? Do you think of me? Do you still see me as a queen out here doing my thing? Do you think of me and say it's an act of God's timing so I can pursue rhyming? I love you, but that love had me blinded. Face fine, but what hides behind it? Do you think of me and all them lonely nights I'm crying? Do you think of me without even trying? Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Either way, I see a brighter day. By the way, do you think of me when the radio plays? All my jams, heavy rotation. And again, do you think of me when you see me in the magazines? Do you think of me and what you could have with me? Do you think of me? Of course you do. None bad as me. Do you think of me? Mic checking, say trapping. Do you think of me and realize you're the reason I'm stressing? Do you think of me? Rewind me again. Learn a lesson. Do you think of me now that I'm running the league? You guessed it. When it comes to this ink pen, some call it gifted. I call it all the above. I've been blessed from the beginning. Do you think of me? Does it hurt to see I'm forever winning? Do you think of me? Got back all the peace, toxic love ever costed me. Honestly, it's sad to see you never really rock with me. Love is dead. Rest in peace. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Do you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and wanna apologize for your wrongs? Do you think of me and realize after all this long? Do you think of me? Now it's gone, now it's gone. Now
That was
gone,
very
now it's gone.
Right.
Taking care of business. The police.
Hello and welcome back to the Super Business Women Show here on Intellectual Radio. It's your girl, CEO Lexi. We just wrapped up Shar Unlocked. So we're going to pass this on over to Shavana. So let the people know where they can find
Why you
you.
have to say it like that?
Oh,
Like,
sorry, Shavana M. Jackson.
you
My bad.
She want the emphasis every
My bad.
time.
It's always about me. Hey, great big girl out there. I'm on all social media platforms under Anointed Accounting. You can reach me at 312-837-7219. The website is www.anointedaccounting.com. Please reach out to me. I'm waiting to hear from you.
Oh, hi everybody. This is
She come in with old sexiness. Oh, hi everybody.
Just
hi
little me.
everyone. This is Crystal. I am your realtor and I am also your lingerie provider. But you can find me at powercircleinvestments.com. That has my website there, that has my book there. So anything that you're looking for, you could just find me at powercircleinvestments.com. That's my contact information there. I look forward to servicing you for all of your real estate needs and also any other needs that you may have pertaining to any of my services.
Still waiting on that lingerie.
Get this girl some lingerie.
It's coming. It's
She
coming.
don't even want to do a
Give
massage. She
her
got to get a
some
massage and get into the
lingerie.
lingerie. That's what Crystal was waiting for you to do a massage and feel all sexy, and then you
I
can get
feel
the
sexy
lingerie.
without it, boo.
No. We want you. You don't know how sexier you'll feel after the massage.
You don't, Shavana. You miss out.
Baby, listen.
I said I'm gonna do it
Why do you think I'm skipping to work later?
because that toe not broke.
That toe broke. Listen, that toe.
The
giving
toe
me-
has finally made it at the end of the show.
Listen, that toe is towing. It's getting on my nerves. I had some heels on the day and I got defeated. So the toe won today.
Oh, the toe what?
The toe won. I took the shoes off because that toe was having a toe fit.
We were hopeful.
It's getting better, but it's still not ready for the long haul of a shoe. And they told me that I can move into a gym shoe. I wore one Friday and it was as big as my behind. So I decided to go back to the boot because the
Type of
boot,
gym shoe.
yeah, because it wasn't gym shoes. It wasn't ready for the gym shoe.
Oh, this is like a medical thing.
Yes.
Okay, I'm like, I don't know what type of what you had on.
No, he told me that I can try the gym shoe to see. He told me to wear it, but when I called to tell him that it swelled up, he was like, "Go back to the boot." So I'm back in the bozo boot. So my toe is toe angry.
Well, I like to say that today I went to Shar's class and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's fabulous. You learn so much. You learn the do's and the don'ts. And what she definitely makes sure that you understand is what not to do. Because what you do wrong will get you in a lot of trouble. So that class is definitely something that's absolutely phenomenal that all individuals that do not have their carry to conceal should go and take. And you can take it April 5th and 6th with us there at the Bullets and Brokers. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it's an excellent class.
Thank you. I try to make it interactive because you need to be a part of participate in your learning process. You're not going to have notes. You're not going to have definitions. You're not going to remember the crazy videos. If you participate in your learning, you take it with you.
It went with me. I'm ready.
Okay.
And it is your girl, CEO Lexi Couture. You can find me on Facebook at Alexis Arce, all social media at CEO Lexi Couture. And my website is www.couturemusicmgmt.com. Make sure you follow the Super Businesswomen Show on all social media platforms. Our website's coming very soon. And I do want to thank you for tuning in today. I also want to mention that you guys need to tune in next Saturday because we have some amazing guests kicking off this upcoming April. We
Whoop,
have
whoop.
Cedric Friesen.
Friesen.
I knew I was so close, but I'm always glad
You're in
to
the
get.
area.
I'm glad to always get the correction before I do the audio. So Cedric Friesen of
Yes.
his company, because I left my notes out there.
You see us.
You see us.
Yes.
Okay. What
And
is he, an eye doctor?
It's
No, he deals with
I know it's
people
like
rebuilding
community.
themselves, coming
Okay.
out of jail. He deals a lot with the
Oh,
youth
oh,
and,
Jesus.
and young men, turning them into adult men and just showing them the way in the
So
foundation.
you need to get him a crystal for protection for next week.
Get him
And
a
who else is there? A crystal.
She missed that part. She's gonna have to rewind.
Oh,
and
yes.
tune
You're going to
in.
rewind. Yeah.
And then we have the lovely T Brown, Tadora Brown. I know that she's
Oh my
T
God. You
Brown.
guys are going to learn so much. Yeah, we have Tadora here next week. She's gotten a couple of awards. She's built an entire community in the South suburbs. I mean, like when I say built, like build homes, like homes, real homes where she's facilitated building them. She's got a whole community, but she'll tell you about it.
Author, motivational speaker, and
Yes.
developer.
Yes.
Amazing.
Amazing. She has a class with women in construction that kind of shows you the ins and outs about women in constructions and how to start to build and that kind of stuff. So
I'm
it's
excited.
actually phenomenal. But what I did want to quickly mention is Kay Winding. She's on social media platforms and she started this thing called Daughters of the Struggle. It's DOS. Like, support, and it's a group, I believe, from 7 to 14. I believe that's her age group. I could be off, but it's to empower and to direct and to take our girls back from the streets. It's a not-for-profit organization. If you don't remember, her name is Kay Winding, Winding. It's Daughters of the Struggle. So I'm going to try to get her in here late May. She's got a bunch of stuff going on and she just got an award yesterday. So I'm loving the empowerment of women and what we represent and what we're doing and the way we support each other.
Yes, absolutely. Keeping it in their family.
Oh,
Always.
and if you need to find us, go to YouTube live, Super Business Women Show. People keep asking me, how do you find us? How do you listen to us?
On intellectualradio.com, and of course YouTube. You can go to the Intellectual Radio YouTube and go to the live tab. I always share afterwards, and like I said, our website is under development right now, so we'll have all those links. But you know, if you go to our pages, I tag and I share as much as I can so that you guys can find us and hear us.
And you can request me as a friend because I don't have that many. And you can follow us and see us. I'm learning social media.
Shavonna says she has 10 friends, so she's looking to make 11.
But Shavonna, I don't
Right.
think you should be just accepting like randoms. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
almost like a relationship. So she's new to social media. So
oh,
she don't
okay.
want, she's not going to accept the random friendships, guys.
Okay. So I could come to y'all and ask y'all who to accept, right?
She might, because I know I had a little back and forth with somebody under her comments one time. They were like, this doesn't concern you to an extent. And I'm like, they are a scammer.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
I
you
think I
got to be
remember.
careful
Yeah.
who you
Yeah, see,
accept.
you did help me out that one time. See?
You see, our poor co-host, she
She's
just
like our
accepts
little
anybody.
old granny. We
Yeah.
got the help on social media.
So
Don't give them your
don't
credit card number.
Right. Don't start sending her friend requests because we're gonna help her, go through
Cultivate
them.
that.
It's
Yes.
okay. And while y'all doing that, my big sister gonna help me too.
Okay. Well,
There
yeah.
it is.
So we'll see you next week.
Yes, great big world. See y'all next Saturday.
Next Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for tuning in to the Super Business Women Show here on Intellectual Radio. Have a great weekend.
And a great week. Stay blessed.
Do you you think of me when you hear love breakup songs? Do you think of me and want